Hi, I'm Bill Gaines, host of the Outdoor View, the place where we educate, connect, and learn to protect our outdoor traditions. And today I have the pleasure of having Clayton and Tara Grant from Bitterwater Outfitters with us. Welcome, you two. I'm really excited about talking with you about what you have to offer at Bitterwater Outfitters.
Well, thanks for having us, Bill. We appreciate it. So we have a lot to offer. We've been extremely blessed. Me and Tara have started Bitterwater Outfitters in 2006. Um, we've been together since 8th grade, so we've been together through all of this all together. So, we basically started off really small, and we started off with just a few wild pig hunts. I remember going every other weekend and feeling blessed to be able to do that. And then we just got really fortunate and got hooked up with some really nice ranches. And now we hunt over 300,000 acres for wild pigs and the Tule elk and deer and turkeys and varmints. So it's been a good 15 years and a lot of hard work, and met a lot of wonderful people along the way and got to do a lot of cool things. And I think probably the biggest part for me is just the people that we've got to meet along the way, and the relationships that we built. I mean, that is meant more to me than anything. So we feel extremely blessed and really appreciate your time and letting us be on the show.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I can promise you that. How did you guys? It's not like you grew up saying, "I want to be a hunting guide someday." I would imagine. I mean, every little boy, at least I would have loved that dream when I was a kid. But how did you get into this business?
Well, I've had a lifetime of hunting, had my hunting license since I was 12 years old. Always loved the outdoors. My first passion was rodeo, and my childhood dream was to make the national finals rodeo. In 2005, I was able to do that. So that was a blessing. And Tara, she went to school like 11 years to be a school psychologist.
It was a little different path, the school psychologist route, but that was my passion. But I come from he's a fifth generation on a local cattle ranch here, and my family was also we were 5 generations here in the San Luis Obispo County area, and all of those generations were strong into the hunting activities and outdoor activities and cattle ranching. So it's definitely in my background and my blood as well. And it just sort of developed for us. I was, like he said, I was in school for a really long time and finally got my degree, and we were getting married, and he had just finished rodeoing, and it was sort of I think I want to take somebody pig hunting. And I went, okay, sounds great. I'll see you after I get home from work. And that was literally the start of Bitterwater Outfitters, was one idea to take one person, and then it developed into a very great business and a great opportunity for us, and something really great to provide for our community.
That's amazing. I can still remember the first guy we took out, and he's still a friend of mine today.
Yeah.
I still chat with him probably every couple months. He's gotten a little bit older, doesn't come out as much anymore, but sure good to hear his voice.
Well, you guys are obviously a team made in heaven. There's no question about that. And I've had the pleasure of knowing you for 4 or 5 years anyway, maybe a little bit longer than that. And you guys, you throw a great product out there, and it's a teamwork on your part. I mean, you complement each other perfectly. And Tara, I got to tell you, nothing against school psychologists, but I think I'd rather be running a hunting outfitter who would be wanting to be a school psychologist. Well, you guys offer a variety of hunts for wild game. Well, let's tap into that a little bit. You mentioned that you got your start with pig hunts. I know that that's still a big part of your business, but you do much, much more than that. Talk about some of the other wild game hunts that you'll offer your clients.
So we have the Tule elk, and then we have the black-tailed deer. The black-tailed deer is a 3-day hunt that we do. So basically you show up at the ranch, let's just say like on a Thursday afternoon, we sight in the guns, and fill out the paperwork, and shoot off the shooting sticks, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of a rundown, kind of what to expect, and kind of how I think it might happen. Then the next morning we head out. We got 6 different ranches that we do the blacktail hunts on. So we're really extremely blessed, and they're nice big ranches. I think the smallest one's 20,000 acres. So you don't see the same spot twice. So really enjoy that opportunity and really enjoy that time of year. You know, our season goes 44 consecutive days, opens up the second weekend of August and ends the last weekend of September. So
with deer, I would imagine there's only a certain number of deer that you want to take off the ranch in any given year, right?
oh yeah, no, we sit down and figure out what is a good manageable number to be able to take. So, you know, keep it going year in, year out and keep that quality up. It's a big deal to us.
Right. So now turkeys is another species that you offer a lot of hunts on as well. How does a typical turkey hunt run on you guys?
We do a 2-day turkey hunt. So basically you show up at the ranch the night before, and same thing, we do fill out the paperwork and get you all set in the cabin if you'd like. And a lot of people like to go out and fish in the fishing pond and just kind of relax and get ready for the experience. And then the next morning we'll have blinds set out and, you know, have the birds, you know, roosted, and we go set and do some calling and hopefully sound good that morning and a bird comes in. So.
Now you offer other upland game hunts in addition to turkeys, correct?
Yes. So we do dove and we do quail. I think that we got probably the best quail hunting. It's tough to say, but I believe it's 5-star, you know, you'll see 5 or 6 big 100-bird cubbies in a day. And it's really enjoyable. And I really enjoy that hunt a lot.
And those are valley quail, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Tule elk hunts, because in California, and as I'm sure you guys know, I mean, we're the only state that has Tule elk, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to do the slam on elk, they gotta come to California, and getting a Tule elk tag is next to impossible. So how many Tule elk hunts can you offer in a given year?
So we do 6 bulls and 4 cows. Yeah, and one of our PLMs opens up July 1st. And the other 2 open up July 15th, and they all go to the end of the year. And it's a 5-day hunt, and we've met some amazing people. Like you said, you know, they come from all over the world to do their North American 29. And it's just been an absolute blessing. It's actually something I really look forward to, just to be able to meet the people that come, you know. So we've had people from New York and all over the world. So that's a neat hunt.
No, I am sure. Yeah. So if somebody wants to get in on one of those, so you said you have a total of 10, 6 bulls and 4 cows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They don't want to drag their feet. I imagine you book those out right away prior to the season for sure.
Yeah, we stay booked years in advance for sure.
I'll bet you do. Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, you got wild game covered for sure. I can't even hardly think of a species that you guys don't offer some hunting opportunity for. But now you also offer hunts on a variety of exotic species as well. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, so we have a 1,000-acre game preserve that we do some ram hunts on. We have some black Hawaiians, some Texas Dolls, some Four-Horns, super cool ranch. It's a lot of rocks and brush and a couple, 2 or 3 real natural springs that come down through there, and a lot of little valleys and stuff, and oaks. So it's a variety of terrain for sure. So it's really, really, really neat and really beautiful. We also hunt the pigs. We have some European pigs we hunt down there on that preserve. And yeah, it's neat. It's a blessing to have too.
Absolutely. And I know that that's an area where you offered hunting opportunity to, I know, disabled American veterans, other individuals that have special needs. That's important to me because my daughter has special needs as well. I think the fact that you offer that is really fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We have that in common, Bill. We also have a son who has special needs. Has a very rare form of muscular dystrophy. And I, with my background in school psychology, I also have a soft spot for special populations. So this was something that really spoke to my heart in this this journey that we've been on, that I really like to have something to offer those who might not otherwise be able to access the things that we love so much, and being out in the field, our son included. So he's a crack shot. He will not miss. He's pretty amazing shot. But to be on, you know, a hunt off the preserve would be pretty challenging for him. He's got weakness and fatigue, and he has really been able to benefit from that modified hunting environment, and it's really given him the ability to do what his dad does. And so that's really important to us. So with that, it sort of blossomed into making sure that we provide that to others. So we partner with a couple different nonprofit organizations, Operation Hunt for Heroes, Lazy Lab Hunting Club, and some others who offer no-cost hunts to veterans um, and other special populations as well. But we really love to provide those hunts and have a place for them to be able to come and feel comfortable and know that they're going to be celebrated and given an opportunity where they'll be successful. So that's where we partner with those nonprofits. And then we also run our hunting school out of that game preserve. So we have a 2-day hunting school. The instructor is phenomenal. He's a government trapper, he's a hunting guide, a wealth of knowledge, loves to teach. Every person who's come, when they come back, they ask to hunt with him. So it's a great experience. We offer, the first day is half-day instruction in the classroom, and then the second half of that day is at the shooting range. Randy Parker, who's the instructor, is really big on ethical practices in hunting, and he really takes a lot of time instructing his students. He wants them to be safe and knowledgeable and really have a foundation for hunting off the preserve and going out in public lands even. So that's a lot of that foundation is set that first day. And then the second day is a hunt on the preserve. So really being able to apply everything you've learned that first day actually in the field on a hunt. So it's just been, it's extremely popular, and it's really been a valuable contribution to our hunting community, because a lot of the people that come, they might have just gotten their hunting license, but they're really not prepared to go do a hunt on their own, or there's guys who have been hunting, they've hunted before, but they haven't been hunting in years and years, and they really, want to get back into it. And then youth are, the kids that come that participate in that school, their families really want them to have a strong foundation. So the hunting school is one of our pride and joys, and something that's really a great asset to the hunting community. It's a full 2-day school.
Yeah, basically shows people how to track, how to get the wind right, how to sight their guns in properly. I mean, it's from A to Z. And the really cool thing about it too is they have access to Randy throughout the years. They're able to call him up and ask about different draws and stuff like that. So it's been really good for the people of California for sure.
Oh yeah, I did not know that Bitterwater Outfitters offered that hunting school. And to be honest with you, and I've been in the hunting industry for 30 years, I don't know any guiding outfit out there that does that. So that's a really unique item for you to offer your clients. I mean, obviously you have to have your hunter's safety certificate already. You have to have your hunting license already, but to offer a course like that, I mean, I personally have a lot of friends that used to hunt back in the day. They don't hunt anymore. And I think a lot of them are nervous about getting back into it because of the fact that they've forgotten what they learned at their hunter safety course that they took several years earlier. They haven't been out in the field, and maybe they never knew how to track, whatever. I mean, that's a great item that you guys offer. I'm impressed by that. Now Bitterwater Outfitters it's a working cattle ranch, right?
Yep. So we're a 5th generation cattle ranchers. I think my the first generation ran sheep, and then from the 2nd to the 5th, we ran cattle also. So
while people are on your ranch, enjoying a quality hunting experience, they might get a little exposure to the everyday workings of a cattle ranch as well, which would be kind of a little bit of an added bonus.
Yeah. We've had a few people get to actually participate in some of our calf branding. So yeah. If you're there, we will invite you to come join, help us for sure.
We'll put you to work.
We'll put you to work.
Yeah, right. Very, very good. Well, if somebody comes to Bitterwater, they have a choice of, because you guys have some cabins that you offer your clients, right? But they can also camp there too, correct?
Yeah, they can. We've got a couple cabin options. One of the options is right there at our headquarters where all the action happens. It's kind of the heart of the business. There's a fishing pond up there that's just, people love to just be around. And so they can stay there, or we also offer tent or trailer camping free of charge. There's some hookups there if you need power or water. And then for those that don't end up staying on the ranch, Paso Robles is our closest town, and that's about 30 minutes from the ranch. So they can get hotel accommodations there and then just commute to and from the ranch. So
you've got your exotic hunts, you've got your wild game hunts, you're giving your clients the option of staying there, camping there, staying in a cabin, or staying in town. I love the hunter school that you talked about. I mean, what other type of amenities can your clients take advantage of while they're there?
Oh, we got the shooting ranges from 50 to 400 yards. And then we got the fan favorite is the moving pig. And it's 100 yards in between, and it goes probably about 25 miles an hour. And so we get everybody sighted in, and then we go over there and try to hit the moving pig a little bit. And that's a lot of fun, for sure it is.
Yeah, that would actually be actually be something that would be a good tune-up for the next day, for sure, right?
Right. Yep. Good follow-up shot for sure.
Yeah, because those puppies can move, trust me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We also have a barbecue area where the guys can barbecue their meals, and there's a fire pit. They can hang out after their hunt and enjoy just the camaraderie. And then they usually get a guest appearance by Clayton's dad, or or some of the other hunting guides will come in after the hunts and hang out. And it's just a good time to get to know people that you otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to get to meet.
Right. So you've got 300,000 acres available to you. That is a ton of ground. How many clients could you guys handle at a time?
Yeah, with being blessed with being able to have 300,000 acres, and there's 25 different ranches. We're able to take multiple groups a weekend, and we have really super good guides, all ranch kids that I pretty much grew up with all of them, so I know them and they know me, and they love what they do, and they're good at what they do, and I'm blessed to have them. So yeah, we'll just send certain groups to certain ranches, and depending on what they're looking for, and depending on seasons and what's going on.
We talked a little bit about the fact that your Tule elk hunts are booked years in advance. You have a limited number of deer hunts. You have a lot of them, but I mean, there is a limited number in any given year. So if somebody's interested in a deer hunt, for example, I mean, how far ahead should they get in contact with you?
We still have a few spots available. Like we've been have a lot of different opportunities for deer hunts. We take limited deer off each place. Like we sit down every year and talk about what's a good number and what we've been seeing, and what's gonna keep that population stable. So that kind of fluctuates year to year, depending on how much rain we get, and different elements of what's going on the ranches. But at this time, we still do have some availability, and normally fill up right around the April timeframe.
And so we're usually full by April, May, and then we'll start booking into the following year through the summer. But like he said, we usually have a couple spots left by springtime. So right now we still have a few spots left.
Yep.
What about pigs? I mean, how far ahead in time should somebody contact you if they're interested in hunting pigs? Well, you can hunt those year round, right?
Yeah, year round. And I mean, this is all we do. So basically people will call up and, ask for a particular date that they're looking for. And we've been, like me and Tara have been just really blessed with a lot of different ranches to be able to hunt. So very, very rarely am I saying no. And a lot of good guides to be able to accommodate multiple groups for weekends. So yes, we love our pig hunting for sure. A lot of fun.
Turkeys. I mean, obviously the spring turkey season opens late March. It only runs for 5 or so weeks. I mean, so how far ahead of time would somebody have to give you a shout if they want to get in on your turkeys?
Normally about 3-4 months in advance, and that again too is really focus on managing that flock and making sure that we're not overdoing it, and that also changes kind of year to year. And kind of at the end of the season, we'll go around, take a look, and see what's left, and kind of look forward to what we're going to plan for the next year. And so that number fluctuates a little bit also, and that fills up pretty quick. Everybody really likes that, so we get a lot of turkey hunters down here.
Now on your exotics, I mean, what's your time frame if somebody wants to get in on one of the many exotic hunts that you offer?
And that's also year round too. And again, this is all we do, so we don't say no, and we stay busy doing it, and feel blessed every day.
Yeah, generally, if you can be flexible with dates, or you're willing to hunt on a weekday, we can pretty much guarantee your spot. If you're looking for a specific date or a weekend, we might have to push you a little bit, a couple weeks or a month or two, depending on what's going on. But we usually try to make it happen and accommodate everyone's schedules for sure.
Well, Clayton and Tara, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and to tell our viewers about some of the really cool and unique stuff you've got going on at Bitterwater Outfitters. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much.
And thank you to our viewers for joining us today on The Outdoor View, the place where we educate, connect, and learn to protect our outdoor traditions. Check out our website at theoutdoorview.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to that as well.